So, for the next one, he's gonna have the title as Life is a Roller Coaster. Wow, okay, that's a good title actually. So, give a massive shout out to Ahmed!
Playing it. Well, finally the music's down now. Hi. Hey everybody, my name's Ahmed, and as my stand-up title goes, like, life's a roller coaster, and I believe that fits for everybody, because a lot of you young guys here, I see people from all different, age ranges and everything, and everyone's at a different stage of their life, everyone's doing something different, and there's lots of ups and downs, just like a roller coaster, I would say. So, coming to me, a bit about myself. I see a lot of Indians in the house. Shout out to all the Indians. But I'm from mainland India. Unlike you people. I got an Indian passport. You got the IC, I am like truly Indian, So a bit about me. I basically come from a more of creative background with some of the people who I've interacted here with before. I basically completed my studies in mass communications, journalism, and then went on to get into a more creative passion, which definitely didn't make my Indian parents very happy, into filmmaking. And yes, I do come from particularly the city Mumbai, which is, you could say, like, the hub of Bollywood and whatnot. But an Asian parent, like all Asians here, actually pursuing a creative endeavor is not really something that they would, really know. And if my parents are watching this, they think I have a multimedia degree, but that was my specialization in filmmaking. So after completing all my studies and whatnot, I went on to work in creative industries, in marketing, in multimedia, doing work in freelancing work in graphic design and whatnot. And I'm still a bit of freelancer right now. I do a bit of everything, you could say, in multimedia. Again, with production, photography, whatever. And the job market's bad, so I also do birthdays. Anything up, really low budget, 2 shawarmas only. I'm down. Hey, it's bad these days, the market, the economy. Have you guys seen the economy in KL? You go out right now after this event, try to eat like some nasi goreng and whatnot. The bill at a mama comes around like 15 ringgit with a drink, and I'm like, wow, absolutely crazy. I take nasi goreng as well, not just shawarmas. So after that, when previously working in marketing and whatnot, a bit of the people who I believe are working. Any working fellows here? Anyone in corporate? Anyone who's worked in corporate before? Anything? I mean, generally, apart from just working in corporate and whatnot. It's a very interesting thing because you go from a different phase of your life, being in university and whatnot, and then now you're in the working, culture, and you really want to perform. You're new to the world. You don't really know what's going on, but you want to put everything out there and perform your best. My first working job was a marketing executive at this very interesting company in Japan. But it was a scaling company, and I was sort of like managing the marketing side of it. And when you really go out into the world, and even when among your friends, you're almost graduating or coming out to, get your first job and everything, everyone wants to sound smart. Everyone wants to sound professional, very corporate. Suddenly all the people from jokes and whatnot suddenly go like, hey, so what current ventures are you into? What's your future plans? And all it goes into like this corporate lingo and whatnot. And I would say I'm a bit well versed in it, just with my habit of trying to be presentable at all times. So I work with this guy. He's American, half American, like our friend right here. And but he does look very Asian too. Maybe very similar to your features and whatnot here, Rafi. So this guy comes in every other day to the office, and I'm like really willing to work, passionate about work and whatnot. And I'm assuming every single day we're gonna get some task, we're gonna get something important to do. But this guy just holds these meetings. And in these meetings, all we're talking about is, so we have to review and optimize our company for the highest engagement that we can get and traction from our platforms so that we can convert these viewers into potential clients. And all this happens every single day, and I'm like, sir, one day, what would you like me to do? We are assessing the market right now. And it goes on, and finally we get to, okay, tasks being assigned, and I'm, let's say, a fresh employee and whatnot. And again he goes, first, we're gonna do a pilot test. And I was like, okay, we're trying something out. And then we're gonna evaluate the insights of what's gonna happen next. I was like, okay, writing that down, okay. And then we will continue to see how the results come. I'm like, okay, fine, we're gonna get to the punchline. I was like, and then we will see if we should continue. And after all of this, I just had to make a poster. We are starting out, please sign up for our webinar. And that goes on and on and on, and I was like, I don't think corporate is for me. Because I feel like I could provide so much value, and I come to this meetings after a month or two, and I say, sir, please, I have some insights on how we could boost productivity and whatnot. He's like, Ahmed, we're going to run a pilot test. Then we're going to evaluate. And then we'll check the insights, and then we will release our product. I was like, okay, sir, it was nice working with you. I come from the city of Mumbai, specifically in India, and everything is a lot more fast-paced over there in that city. And I couldn't handle this pace of work. So I was like, okay, I mean, there were other reasons why I left too, but the guy didn't pay me enough. So I still moved on. But similarly, after work culture, and a lot of the people who I'm assuming studying here or like in work culture too, I have a love-hate relationship with that stupid platform, LinkedIn. Anyone here on LinkedIn? A show of hands, please. LinkedIn. Anyone likes LinkedIn? Anyone likes LinkedIn? I don't like you. That platform has to be the most pretentious platform where everyone is showing off for what? I have no clue. If there were some brownie points, I would definitely keep posting that. I've never posted anything there. Because I see guys and girls hanging out, sometimes at a mamak. And then they're talking with a selfie, with a group photo, saying, collaborated with multiple creatives tonight. And discussed possible potential ideas within multiple markets and industries. And then every one friend's gonna have a single photo of themselves talking about they're from this particular thing, they're gonna repost, and these are the same 5 people who are gonna keep reposting and saying, good job. It was very nice spending time with you last night. I got some amazing insights. And then someone who is probably a fresh graduate or an intern who has that, I'm trying to get a job open for hiring, will also respond, wow, I really love you guys. Amazing, so inspirational. And I was like, oh my God, bro. And they write all these ChatGPT related posts talking about so much of how they are understanding the corporate culture and whatnot, and amazing English and whatnot. I'm like, I know you. I know you in real life. I've seen you. You can't form 2 sentences in English. Apart from, hi bro, how are you? I ask you, so what you up to these days? Nothing much, bro. And I know that's not because he's got nothing much, bro. He can't speak English. Just like 5-minute fluency is gone. So it's an interesting world out there. You go from one stage to another, everything new comes up, and you're moving from one stage to another. But then I'm sometimes thinking of what's led me here in my life. And it's been a very interesting journey. Like the roller coaster I mentioned, it's been a lot of ups and downs, and I just get reminded of what truly brought me here after so many years. And one interesting story really stands out. Till before I came to Malaysia, I came here almost a decade ago. I would like to consider I'm a Malaysian. I can sing Negaraku perfectly. So I don't think, at least give me the red IC, please. So, interestingly, how I came, for the people who are maybe some Muslims in the house, they might know what a madrasa is. It's like a school, more like a religious school, or like just a very traditional school. You know, a teacher will come, teach you all these values about religion and whatnot. For Christians, you know, they go to Sunday mass and whatnot, and stuff like that. So I was sent to one of those when I was a little kid, and very Asian style of teaching, you know. They beat the hell out of you over there. And that's considered normal. I mean, we're in a more civilized, you know, society now, and we're like, whoa, much more nicer, but not back home though. Malaysia's nice. I like Malaysia. Malaysia's like, wow. They thought, when I mentioned to some people I had this event, they're like, are you okay? This was so traumatic. And I was like, yeah. And people, when they hear these stories and whatnot, that's a lot of abuse. I was like, abuse? I thought that was tough love, actually. You know, it really built character. And I believe all of us Asians have this really big coping mechanism, which I see among a lot of us when we go talk to other people and everything. And it's just like, no. I needed that beating. If that didn't happen, I wouldn't turn out this way. But then when you go to the other side of the world, like our American friend here, people are like, oh my God, you should have called Child Protective Services. They don't have Child Protective Services in India? I was like, Child Protective Services? They don't protect anybody back there. So back to the school thing. This man, my teacher, absolutely whacking me with whatever he could. And little 9-year-old me, with my 9-year-old brain, I was like, I have to come up with a plan. I can't get beaten up every day. This is hurting a lot. And my genuine idea was, this genius formulation is, I'll wear double layers. I'll put on a jacket, upon a jacket, and then that's it. But when you wear like these clothing, you know, it doesn't protect your entire body. So the first day I come in, all suited up, and the teacher whacks me. And my first thing is, wait, it didn't hurt. But then the teacher's face was confused. He's like, and then I realized, oh shit, he's catching on to me. I was like, ah! It really, I was like, don't. And he whacks me again. And I was like, a delayed response to it, you know? So he's like, something is not adding up. But he lets me go. Day 2 happens, same story, I get whacked, but I'm like, I broke the code. I broke the code. This man cannot hurt me at all anymore. And then 3rd day comes. And this teacher, he watches me straight dead in the eyes before he takes the stick. And he whacks my legs. And that part has no armor, no layers, nothing. And I was like, oh shit, this is too bad. And 9-year-old me was like, what do I need to do? I need more layers. I go to my mom, who is much more empathetic during this stage of my life, and says, Mom, you know, it's really cold here. Because I was, but mind you, this was in the southern part of the country, like the city Bangalore, which is a lot more colder. I told her, Mom, I'm feeling really cold, you know, could you get me something? And this woman, bless her, gives me these socks, or would I say stockings, to wear. And I go up with these long socks, which straight up stockings to me, I would say. And I'm wearing these. And I'm going in every other day. And mind you, this works. Layered, yeah, amazing. So every day, every morning, I have a 10-minute routine. I am just suiting up like Iron Man, wearing these long socks, putting on this jacket. And mind you, my dad's a businessman. He doesn't really have a 9-to-5 job. And one morning, he just comes and stands there and watches me. And he's like, you get more dressed and all suited up to go to the school, and I'm working, I don't even wear anything as fancy as you. And I was like, okay, that went on for a while. But mind you, because it was a cold area, and you know, I was all suited up all the time, I'm all warmed up, I'm you know, in good health and everything, that really boosted my health as well. And next thing you know, sudden hit the growth spurt, and I'm pretty tall now, thank you little Ahmed. There's not a lot of Indians who are 6 feet tall. So thanks for that little me who did that. Now, that time of my life passes. Interesting time comes where my family thinks, okay, now he's, back to traditional school and everything. Maybe, India is not the best place. Maybe, other places are great. Malaysia, love Malaysia. We came here, we loved it. So my dad says, okay, you know what, you're going to go study in Malaysia. But mind you, before I came here, he did something very interesting, and that's related much to my name as well. My full name is Ahmed Jagirdar. And Jagirdar is actually like a Pashto word, which translates to landlord, which I didn't know. And I always thought, oh wow, very fancy name. Nobody's got my name, nobody has my name, Jagirdar. People can't pronounce it, Jagirdar, Jagirdar. I was like, wow, Jagirdar. It's like, wow, big guy. And people who knew this name, like the word Jagirdar, older people, they were like, oh wow, Jagirdar? Wow, you must be a big guy, you're such a big shot, whatever. And I was like, what is this everyone's talking about? And when I grow older, my dad is like, okay, I'll show you the meaning of what this name means. So right before I come to Malaysia, he takes me to this one random remote village in India, and I have this big reveal moment where the car's driving, and he says, Ahmed, look out the window. As far as your eye can see, it's all ours. I was like, what? I'm like Lion King, Mufasa, putting Simba out there. It's like, oh, little boy, all of the kingdoms are yours and whatnot. I was like, wow, really? And then I was like, yes, that's the name, that's the revelation at the age of 16 or 17. My dad was like, this is who you are. And I was like, wow. And then, yeah, the land's in our name technically, but as all Asian families know, a lot of parenting problems and a lot of Desi culture problems. That land can never be mine. I feel every uncle wants it. So I don't know when my name will come up. But then, again, life progresses, come to Malaysia, it's amazing, I absolutely love it. It's been a crazy journey also for me since I've been here. But then, my birthday was a few months ago. I just turned 26. To some of my younger friends and some of the folk here, I'm considered old. And I do feel that. I do feel that. Because every time you will notice, I sit down, I go like, and every time I get up, yeah, let's go. And young people apparently don't do that anymore. And I was like, when did this happen? And this is crazy. And that's when I get it, okay, yes, I am getting old, it's crazy, life has been crazy, but then when I think about it, it's like, no, remember, you're a Jagirdar, you're a king, you own all this land. But then, to all of us, despite all the crazy stories and whatnot we may have, backgrounds we may have, I believe everyone's a king and queen here. Shout out to all the kings in the house, specifically. To all the guys and the kings who are here, who deserve a lot more love. I mean, queens, yes, you all are queens too. I see just a few queens here. Love to y'all too. But you guys get a lot of love. You guys get a bit too much love that you're a bit too comfortable with it. Like for instance, your friends are meeting up. You guys are coming here to the office, you're going to school, whatever. And these girls will be like, oh my gosh, how are you? Your makeup is so good. Oh my god, did you get that from Sephora? That mascara is popping. Oh my god, how did you learn to contour your makeup like that? Oh my god, it blends so well. And all this affirmation and everything, that's to the point y'all have gotten used to it. But boys, on the other hand, you come up to your friend, hey bro, looking really good today. And that can only go two ways. Absolutely two ways. One is, oh thanks. Whatever. Or two, he's gonna look at you. Bro, are you okay? Not out of concern, but he's gonna be like, why are you complimenting me? What's the reason? I was like, no man, seriously, you're looking good. You're like, wow, this and that. They're like, wow, your dress is good and everything. All because we are not used to love. We're not used to love. Oh my god, dude, you look so great, man. Every day. We're just like, are you gay? Are you finally coming out? I knew there was something about you in the group. You always spend time just asking me, how am I doing? Are you okay? You check up on me too much. This is not normal. But then I realized, as we're all growing up, going through this crazy life, and everyone's having their own interesting stories, from, like, guy from US, having his own experiences with Indonesia, brother here is a complete mixed race boy, and that's amazing. And this brother, when he talked about old people, I was like, wow, I'm relating to a lot of the commentary made by my friends. So life's an interesting journey. We're all going through crazy stuff. I say the most you can do, the simplest thing that anyone can do is just be kind. It doesn't take much. We're all going through crazy things. We have no idea. Some of them have gone through a lot more. Some of them have gone through less. But, we men as well, gotta be like, hey bro, looking good every day. Not just sometime, because they will think you're coming out. But then life's a roller coaster, as I've said. There's ups and downs, but when the ride finally settles down, make sure to have fun. And the rest of the week is still left, so have fun after this night ends. Thank you.